Welcome back to another episode of We Are in the Mullinger Nexus, and we're going for a little dragon hunt. A little bit. So, where do we go to? Let's talk to Gore, just in case. Okay, he doesn't seem to have anything special for us. There's also a mark on this world, which is this one over here. Lord Marshal Arendir may claim to be on your side, but it can't be denied that during your trial he was quick to condemn you to death. Getting a better understanding of the man is of paramount importance if you are to work with one another. That seems to be also something else. Oh, wait a minute. This might be the special thingy that you can do in order to get more knowledge on him, I think. So yeah, before we go to the desert, let's just talk to Mr. Arendir. Do you have a family?
I've been wondering. Do you have a family?
That question came unexpected.
Of course.
Is it so hard to answer?
It isn't. No. I don't have a family. Save for my sisters.
Multiples?
How come?
Well, I'm afraid to understand my answer, I need to go back a little. You see, I had always known what my life would look like, long before it became what it is. You see, House Arendir is one of the eldest of Northander. The role of every Arendir had already been chosen the moment he or she was given birth to. For me, it was always clear that I would be the Lord Marshal of the Royal Army.
It was always clear, but was it clear for him?
So your parents forced you to do this?
Let me put it this way. It was my duty. Of course, I could have rebelled, but even back then, I had already come to realize that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
That's a nice saying, but it's not always true.
Sure. I too had had my share of boyhood dreams. But betraying my parents and the realm had never been an option.
Being a commander wasn't your boyhood dream?
Being a royal commander sounds an awful lot like a boyhood dream to me.
I guess it does. But you need to keep in mind that we Arendirs were raised for this. I knew from the start that a military path had little to do with the tale of brave knights in shining armor from the poems and the plays. People, especially in youth, often crave for what they don't have. The fisherman's daughter might dream of a life as a princess, whereas the princess aches for the charming vagabond to take her to an exotic place, far away from her life of etiquette, stern-faced governesses, and arranged marriage.
So what did you dream of? Also, charming sellsword?
What did you dream of? Also a charming sellsword who'd take you to exotic places?
Very funny. You see, one of my uncles had been a seaman. His branch of the family was by far the least powerful one, but whenever he came to visit, I didn't leave his side for a minute. He had sailed to Kalea to meet with the Blood Oracle, to Imperia, to the great Colosseums, and once he had even sailed all around the lands of winter. You can imagine that for me as a boy, his stories were a lot more exciting than my lessons in math, history, and politics. And more than once after his visits, I found myself lying in bed and wondering what it would be like to just pack my bags, enlist on one of the trade ships, and see all these marvels my uncle had told me about myself. A foolish fantasy, of course, but still.
Why is it foolish? But you never seriously contemplated becoming a seaman?
But yet, you never seriously contemplated becoming a seaman.
No. I was young, yes, but I wasn't a fool. Even if duty and loyalty had not been a concern of mine, I knew that my uncle only told me about the good parts of his life. He never spoke of how a snowstorm cost him 3 of his fingers, and why he always carried a bottle of brandy wherever he went.
Is your uncle still alive?
Is your uncle still alive?
No. His ship ran aground when I was 14 winters old.
It's interesting that he's counting in winters, not in summers. You should have given it a shot.
You should have given it a try. We only get one shot at life.
Well, thank you for your advice.
It actually doesn't matter what we choose here. It's like, either you stay or you go. Like, what we tell him has absolutely no meaning.
Either way, we digress.
That's true. I'm still not sure I understand why becoming the Lord Marshal stopped you from having family.
It was a choice. I probably don't need to tell you this, but love and marriage are as much a duty as any other. You cannot be a good husband or a good wife if you don't commit entirely. And the same goes for parenthood. And the higher I rose, the more I realized that people in my position, whose decisions affect the lives of tens of thousands, can and should only have one commitment.
Their duty.
Yes. I know it sounds dramatic, but it's the truth. I chose not to have a family, because the realm was my wife and its people were my children. Allowing somebody else into my life would have meant betraying the others.
Interesting viewpoint. What about your bloodlines? Who will carry on your name?
What about the Arendir bloodline? Who will carry on your name if you don't have an heir?
My sister, Myra.
But isn't she a widow?
Yes. Her husband, Lord Uram, died in the Mage Wars. But she is still young, and once we've ended this madness, I will encourage her to look for a new, suitable partner.
And what if she doesn't want it? But there are commanders that have families.
But there are commanders that have families.
And they have them at an expense. If life taught me anything, then it's that excellence requires absolute dedication. And with the responsibilities that I have, I simply cannot allow myself to be distracted.
It sounds admirable, though.
Well, your dedication is definitely admirable.
Maybe.
Now he says maybe.
But we've
Interesting.
wasted enough time. You wanted an answer, and that was it. Is there anything else you wanted to know?
You have him. Well, that was it.
I'll be leaving now.
All right.
All right. So, Mr. Arendir. What else is there? Mark on the world, wasn't it? Huh, that's it. Weird. Whatever. So, let's get out of here.
Understood.
And get to this oasis that I was talking about. Also, I have to look if I do have some of these goblin meat thingies in my inventory. They have to be somewhere. I could also just buy them and give it to the Goblin King. Which way do we have to go? Down there. The thing is, yeah, you have to give the Goblin King a great amount of meat in order to make it through the mission or through the quest. It's like 50 something. I was a little bit interested in the quest, so I went through the wiki a bit. Just so I know the progression. And the rewards are actually quite nice. There are those level up potions. Or like point whatever potions. Okay. Looks like this episode might be a bit of a talky heavy thing. Okay, so Yria. Let's level up her. Well, let's just get this one. Let's do it quick. Maybe some more dexterity or constitution. I don't know. Let's see. This one is constitution 6. Do we have constitution? Constitution 7 or something. There we go. Something like this. Is it good? Maybe. Yeah, that's the only one. This constitution 7. There are some others in there, but this is probably the strongest. Actually, no, this is. Except for the magic resistance. So that one is more focused on ice, but it does have a little bit more physical resistance. That's just the thing, like you offset one for the other, but for her, she's more of a healer character for the squad if she is in there to begin with. So we should go for willpower or intelligence, one of the two. That's the iffy bit. So I either go for willpower or for intelligence, but most of the time I'm just going for willpower anyway. It's just that intelligence is at least a bit more offensive. And on the other side, I could just give her that and improve the damage a bit. That's a lot, actually. Look at that. 100 something, 105 damage. And then I'm going for intelligence, and there's a little bit more focus. Then there's willpower, which increases... Oh, wait a minute. Willpower increases the magical resistance. That's actually a really good idea. On the other hand, I could just go for constitution, which increases this resistance. I could increase the resistance a lot. That's the thing. Dexterity, willpower, or constitution. Let's just go for constitution, why not? So apply that. And give her a slightly better armor. Bam. It's not absolutely better, it's just better when it comes to physical resistance. And this is most of the time the stuff that she's always getting attacked with, like blunt force, piercing, whatever. So let's go for the next one. Isgrimm. What am I gonna do with you? You got constitution max sight. Next one is of course strength. Bam. And what about that? That one is maxed out as well. I don't need these abilities here. I'm just interested in those passive perks at the moment. So... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can give... No, I can't give Isgrimm another armor. I have to upgrade this one here. There's also no need for constitution when it comes to helmets and the like. Yeah, there's nothing that fits a dwarf, is there? Nope, nothing. Absolutely. They have such a huge head. So, what about Undergast? Undergast. Intelligence is a 10. His abilities are pretty much maxed out, except for maybe this one here. Nah, it just does not change at all. What do I do? Like some leech, some intelligence in here. That's actually a really good idea if I make him a bit more offensive. But yeah, that one's learned already. I'm just looking for some perks. Perks. Just some perks. There are no nice perks on the white tray. There's like one perk down here. And that's basically it. The rest is pretty much useless. All auto attacks inflict some other stuff. Increases focus regeneration. Yeah, why not? He's at 1.5. So he's basically a spammer when it comes to all of that. But I should just focus on this one here. Apply. And give him more willpower just for the healing. Bam. So, no, Undergast is pretty much done. Maybe our constitution would have been the better choice for him. Anyway. Like, look at that. Constitution 5. Yeah. Let's go for Rohen. Rohen, what about you? You are a dexterity user. Also willpower and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty much jack of all trades. Master of... What is this? Each enemy attacking you has a chance to be afflicted by bleed, impair, weakened, and silence. That's a good one. But I don't want them to attack me. And of course the regeneration, or the resistance aren't that high. So let's go for... what's that one? Oh, that's a good one. The reinforced heavy plate armor in green has decent resistances. It's pretty sweet. Okay, so yeah, I want his weapons to be very, very potent. So let's go for dexterity on him. Or what about willpower? Or actually, what about earthquake? Earthquake is constitution, so that doesn't matter that much. So let's just go for constitution. Bam. And oh, I already leveled up dexterity for him. So weapons. Do I have a better one? I have some ice damage, 30% other thingies. I could give him this dexterity weapon. The only thing that would happen is I would lose a lot of crit chance for him. That's the iffy bit. Like I have the weakening axe, which applies chance, of course, but it never tells you how much chance it has or how little. One-handed thingy in here. Nah. That's just really iffy. Okay, so the DPS is just much better, but the crit... Okay, he doesn't really go for crit that much, so let's just go for that one. Bam, Zorak's drill. Bada beam, bada bam, bada boom. It scares with dexterity. Perfect. Ianna. What am I gonna do with her? Yeah, auto attack upgrade. Let's go for that one. Next is either dexterity or constitution, one of the two. So... yeah, dexterity, constitution. There is no dexterity 10 requirement for any weapon in here, right? Like, yeah, there's nothing. Except if you have, like, this strange scaling. Why is the crushing sword so good when it comes to crit chance? That's amazing. Like 19%. That's a lot. Then there's the dagger crit chance. If I have 2 daggers, that's actually quite neat. Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. The lesser riding... I could get 2 lesser riding daggers in there and get a great chance of blade. And also have a slightly higher... Well, the crit chance isn't that high. Crit chance goes to 25% from some others. Or does it add up? I don't know how the crit chance works in here, but okay. Yeah, I think it's like in... It goes with the highest weapon, I believe, like 19 plus a little bit of other stuff. There's some ice damage, there's some other damage. No, I could go with lesser riding daggers in there. Problem is, this one is strength, this one is also strength. Come on, why does a dagger need strength? Makes no sense. I have to go for like dexterity weapons in here. Does not quite work. So what about constitution? Yeah, let's just go for our constitution values and be done with it. Life leads, better auto attacks. Yeah, there's nothing I can give her that... Ooh, that one is actually quite nice. The enchanted heavy plate armor. Except that it doesn't have any benefits. So, Gore, what about you? Ikea has pretty decent weaponry on him. Only problem is I don't want this dude in my squad at all. Let's just take away his things. Undergast is... Well, and... Was it Rohen? No. Might have been Uram. Damn it! Who got all the rings? Okay, I got some rings. That's true. No rings. No. Rohen got something. Far Nova. Okay. Anyway, Gore needs to be up level. So, well, need. Need is a strong word. Let's go for this one that improves all of the spells. And I'm gonna give him a little bit more strength. Why not? I don't like his attitude of just being a bit of an ass towards the others and just making quests completely obsolete, even if I would have finished them. So, Uram is okay. Let's go with more dexterity. Level up this dude. Oh, look at that. Look at the damage. It's amazing. Ah, so sweet. I think I could go with Uram, Rohen, and Isgrimm. Something like that. That would be a pretty interesting squad. Or maybe Uram, Ianna, and Rohen. That might be a really interesting squad. Completely human squad. Yeah, actually it is a completely human squad. Except for maybe Undergast. He's not in the team, but he is a, well, mage kind of character. And depending on your own build, you can either choose yourself as the mage or someone else. So it's kind of like a mix and match depending on the situation. So let's just take that. Yeah, looks like there is nothing else I can give him either. Oh, maybe some other helmet also. Look at that one. Superior Hound Skull of Physical Acuity. Oh, side range? No, side range is reduced by 40%. Spell cooldown is reduced by 20%. That's actually a good one. What about my own helmet? Spell cooldowns are reduced. HP is supposed to go up a little bit. I could take it, I would say. Bam. Now I don't see my own face anymore, which is a bit iffy. But at least I have better resistances now. Ah, that's great, that's great, that's great. But to be honest, I'm only interested in the spell cooldown. So what you should do here is choose the one with the lowest range reduction. But because the spell cooldowns are always the same, or the reduction is always the same, it's always 20% if it's there. There's something to keep in mind. Anyhow, so Uram. Immunity against critical hits and nothing defeats the 20. Yeah, this is already the bestest helmet there is. She also has a similar helmet. This is slightly better, but okay. 61, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I could maybe even give him a slightly better armor than that, like 48 or something. Yeah, this one here. But it won't be as good when it comes to magical resistances. But improvement of 3 resistances here. But you can be pretty much unkillable at this point. It's amazing. Okay, as I said, this was a more or less talky episode. Sadly. But yeah, okay, what about the... Do I have anything in the glossary? If it's talky, then why don't we just go completely talky? Nope, nothing in there. The progress, that's the thing that matters the most. Not this, but the upgrades here. Because what I want to do is at least level up the units that I like to spawn the most. Like, yeah, and also maybe upgrade the buildings that I like the most. That's the thing. Okay, so what kind of... Actually, it's the humans. I don't quite like the way the orcs behave. The elven have a strange way of behaving. Like, the orcs are there to rush the enemy with a huge army or like a small army at the beginning. The elves are there to kind of safeguard outposts with their turrets, and then you have the other solution, which is the humans, which are just towering forward. Like, they have a kind of in between way, but it's much better because they have just different turrets that can be used as well as the outposts. And they also give you the units you need in order to improve all of that. So let's see. Maybe I can buy something nice here for a change.
Now would you look at that?
Yes.
Yes.
Take all the time you need.
Human stone tower. Human stone tower cost reduction. Oh, wait a minute.
Pleasure doing business with you. Come again.
It's not C. It's whatever. Just any button. Also not the spell thing in here. What I wanted to go for is the not Uram's abilities, my abilities. This one. I need to improve bartering. That was the thing that I wanted to do. Yeah, now I remember. I need to level up this skill. Like, I chose this upgrade down here, but I never use it because other skills are just so much better. So bad. Whatever.
Will do.
And then I'm probably going to upgrade the towers for the humans, so that I always have some way of safeguarding myself. Like, I don't need to upgrade the units because I am the bestest unit. And the only thing that I need is some way to safeguard the RTS way. And then I can just tower myself forward, just slowly but surely. Whatever. As always, let's end it for now with a talky episode and continue with the Oasis another time. Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-ta.